Hi, precious heart. Thank you for joining us for our weekly vlog. Today, the Company of Heaven wants to share with you another monumental step in our ascension process that has been victoriously accomplished through the unified efforts of heaven and earth. This is something that the I Am presence of each and every one of us has been striving to help us accomplish for eons of time. Please set aside any preconceived notions and focus the full power of your attention on what the Company of Heaven is revealing to us about this cosmic moment. The beings of light have reiterated several times in recent vlogs that we have entered a new decade and that our Father, Mother, God have assured us that during the next 10 years, humanity will change the course of history for Mother Earth and all her life. They have also told us that during this decade, humanity will develop our latent abilities and literally transfigure our earthly bodies and our outer world experiences into the heart-based patterns of perfection associated with the new Earth. They know that this information may temporarily be beyond the comprehension of our finite minds. However, they are sure that as we progress step by step through this process, their words will become crystal clear. With the God-victorious success of the miraculous events that birthed this new decade, we have crossed the threshold into the full embrace of the new Earth. This means that we have severed ties with the entire third and fourth dimensional fields of the old Earth. The door to those dimensions has now been closed and is permanently sealed. Mother Earth and all life evolving upon her have now fully entered the fifth dimensional crystalline fields of the new Earth. As we tangibly experience this truth through the various activities of light that will take place month after month in 2020, we will prove to ourselves the adage, know the truth, and the truth will set you free. In 2019, we experienced the successful activation of our 12 fifth-dimensional crystalline solar strands of DNA and the 1212 catalyst codes which were encoded within that fifth-dimensional DNA. Since those activations, the Company of Heaven has revealed that humanity's I Am presence has been able to heal the wounds created by our fall from grace. These wounds have been referred to by the Company of Heaven as enslavement codes. Our fragmented and fear-based human ego has used these genetic enslavement codes to manipulate and control us since our fall into separation and duality millions of years ago. We are being told by the beings of light that now that we have permanently crossed the threshold of the 13th gateway into the crystalline fields of the fifth dimensional new Earth, and the door to the fields of the old Earth has been permanently sealed. The cords that have kept us attached to the old Earth human template of our physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies have been severed. This means that our fallen human ego can no longer tamper with our earthly bodies, and the enslavement codes can no longer affect us adversely. This life-transforming event paved the way for the next step of the divine plan for this new decade. On February 9th, 2020, we held our free seminar in Palm Springs, California. Our first activity of light was to unify our heart flames and join in consciousness with lightworkers around the world to create a mighty transformer through which our Father, Mother, God infused our planetary grid of transfiguring divine love with the light that will expand every person's light work 1,000-fold every single day. During the second phase of the seminar in Palm Springs, the Company of Heaven revealed that with the healing of the wounds from humanity's enslavement codes, humanity en masse had reached a critical frequency of vibration that created an unstoppable shift of consciousness. This shift is not occurring outside of us. This is a very cellular-based transfiguration that is occurring within the core of purity in every electron of our earthly bodies. The Company of Heaven said this shift created the sacred space for every person's I Am presence to, at long last, release the karmic birth template that was encoded within our DNA by our fragmented and fear-based human egos after our fall from grace. To understand the magnitude of what this means for each and every one of us, the Company of Heaven revealed that the karmic codes within this grossly mutated birth template in our DNA contain the distorted patterns of aging, disease, mental and emotional dysfunction, and even death as we have experienced it for eons of time. It was never the divine intent of our Father, Mother, God for the daughters and sons of God to experience these painful challenges in our earthly bodies. On February 9th, through the mighty transformer of our unified heart flames, the Company of Heaven guided us through an activity of light that initiated the permanent release of humanity's karmic birth template and the transfiguration of the karmic codes of aging, disease, mental and emotional dysfunction, and even death as we know it. Simultaneously, the I Am presence of every man, woman, and child encoded the immaculate concept of the fifth dimensional crystalline perfection of humanity's new birth template for our solar light bodies into our fifth dimensional DNA. Now, for the first time since our fall from grace, our I Am presence and our body elemental will be able to proceed with the divine alchemy taking place within our earthly bodies, unimpeded by those obsolete karmic codes and our grossly mutated birth template. Dear one, this is a lot to absorb. This week, ask your I Am presence what all of this means for you personally. This is a major step toward our ascension process and the transfiguration of our physical reality. God bless you. I look forward to being with you next week.